guys, welcome back to another YouTube live with me. So I'm going to do my makeup and I'm going to talk about the Netflix series, docu-series of Harry and Meghan. So I'll be laughing along the way, but that is like not to mock anyone. It's just the whole video, the whole concept of them always complaining. It is getting a little bit exhausting for so many of us. Because I remember when they stepped down, they talk about wanting privacy for their family and their life. And I was like, okay, that is good, that is nice. It's good to put your family first. Not everyone can handle being a royal. It takes a lot. It takes learning, it takes dedication, it takes humility, it takes grace. There are so many factors to consider. And evidently, we have seen that this couple, like even when it comes to secrecy and keeping quiet about certain things, they can't do that. The royals have a word that they say, no complain, no explain. Never explain, never complain. And basically, this couple, that word does not fit them. Like, it does not work for them. They're always complaining. They're always explaining about their business. They want to be silent, but they want to be all upon their business. And then we have a group of their supporters online that is always missing the memo. Like when you make a video or made a comment or a tweet talking about this couple, talking about their hypocrisy and what everyone else have been saying from them. It's like, oh, you are bitter, oh, you are mad, oh, you are jealous of them, you can never be them, you can never be able to find yourself a prince. Like, not everyone is single, my lovelies, not everyone. Some of us are taken, and we are very proud and happy with the men that God gave us. Like, I'll be damned than to allow myself be online talking about the same people that give me the platform that is giving me money. Like, seriously, who know this girl before? Only few people know, because I never watched that series. And I tried watching it some time ago before this drama started. But I could just start and I could not even go further. I just stopped watching totally and just focus on something else. So we have been seeing them talking about stuff. When they sit down with Oprah, they talk about they're going to tell their story once and for all and never talk about it ever again. But all we have been saying is how much they have been talking about it. They have been talking about, like, repeatedly telling us how sad they are, how miserable their life has been since they be part of the. And the worst thing is, Harry, like, you were born in this institution, you know. Now, even though he's not claiming that he was raised by some Africans, which is really sad. I don't know what this guy is turning into. But like they said, the company you keep influence your life a lot. And we have seen he has been isolated, no longer in contact with all of his friends, family. The only person he now knows is that woman and anyone that she wants him to be with. When you talk about he's controlling this guy, he's like basically manipulating him, telling him to do this or that. It's like she's writing the script. I've not watched their docu-series and I'm not going to watch it, but I've been seeing clips of it on TikTok and in Twitter. Sorry, I'm laughing. And it's really, really sad. It's pathetic. How their stories keep changing is what I find very interesting. Before, this lady said she has never had anything about this guy. Like, I don't know him. I've never read about him online. I've never looked him up on, look him up on Google. Girl, you just land yourself a prince and you don't do any follow-up. You don't ask questions. You don't be nosy on Google trying to know much about this guy you're going to spend the rest of your life with. And especially after 2 dates, the guy asked her to go with him to Botswana for 5 days. And she was, yep, let's go. And she was talking about how she gave up everything. No. The Suits drama was over for her. Like, she was out of a job. No production company was inviting her or flooding her with scripts. That guy just came in at the right time. We all know about how she talked about going to England to look for a rich bachelor to get married to. We all know how she sent her engagement, her wedding ring back to her ex-husband, even though she's still wearing the bracelet that the ex-husband gave to her. Just let that sink in for some time. You are married. So the love of your life is soulmate, but you are still holding on to something that your ex gave to you. You are still putting on that bracelet. I don't know if she's trying to send a statement or what, but she's still doing stuff like that. And then when you call out this lady on her BS, there are people that will come for you. Oh, you are just bitter. Oh, you are racist. I think you're even black. To be going against her. And maybe black does not mean I have to listen and believe every dumb thing a black person comes to me saying. I know about racism. I face it every day of my life. When I said every day, unless weekends when I'm home, but when I'm going out to work, when I'm coming back, if I go to a restaurant, you will sit down, tables are free around you, people will not come and sit close to you. But before I decide to leave my country and move to France, there are certain things I put in my mind that, okay, yes, I know stuff like this are going to happen. I make up my mind about it. It's not all about, being prepared for what the future has for you. You're going to get married to this guy and this family, and you never get yourself prepared for what is going to happen. And the way their stories keep changing. Before they met to a mutual friend, it was like a blind date. Someone set them up. And then he proposed once they were having roast chicken. And now on the docu-series, they met via Instagram. Which is which? Why is the story like every time they talk, their story changes? You met through Instagram or you met through a mutual friend? Which one is it? And then the proposal, the lady was like filming. She was on the phone. Before it was said over roast chicken in Botswana, blah blah blah. And now she said, oh, it was, you know, she was on the phone with her friend, her ex-friend, because, and these are something else I can't get from this lady, yeah? You claim to be this compassionate, this loving and amazing person. Then every person you have come across in your life, you have left them when you don't, when she no longer needs someone, she dropped them. Jessica was like one of the people that brought her to England, showing her to the big, the big guns, the elite and all that stuff. And once she has bagged herself a prince, Jessica was no longer that friend. And to think that in the docu-series, the included part of her calling someone on the phone titled, Saved as Jess. Oh my God, it's happening. And then there was this picture of Harry kneeling down with a dog and proposing to her. And she was filming the whole thing. I get friends. If your husband to be tell your friends, they'll be there to film it for you. For you, the bride, to be filming your about to be proposed to ceremony, that is whole thing weird. Very, very weird. And then the other thing about the docu-series is them being haunted by the press. There was this video where they're in the car and they were looking back, seeing one scooter. Then they show a picture of haunted press. That picture was actually from Trump's ex-lawyer, someone like that, when he was leaving court. That was when that picture was taken. Like they're using clips and videos of even a reporter's premiere to say that is how the press was haunting them. But unlike them, the media, people fact check. They look at picture, they dig to find out what is happening. Like, is this really about them, or they are trying to take someone's story to be theirs? And before you know it, evidences are all over. And then our fans again were saying it was not meant to be literal. Like, for real? Are you guys for real? And when someone call out on a BS, the only thing that they can say is you are racist. Even if you are black, they'll say you are bitter, you hate yourself. Because if you're a black person that like yourself, you will like her, you will support her. Because everybody's hates her because of her skin. This is a woman that identified as Caucasian before meeting Harry. She never identified as African American. She identified as Caucasian before meeting this guy. And now that she see that, she can work well with the racist narrative, she's now but bringing herself to be African American because that suits her. And instead of the whole media to know that it's not about race. Sometimes when someone is bad, call them that they're bad. I know there is racism, but trying to link everything to race instead of one's character and stuff, it's not good. It's utterly disgusting, if I'm permitted to say that word. You don't do stuff like that. You don't look at, because this is the media that we have. Everybody's onto racist people now, so I might be a bad person doing bad thing because of my blackness or 1% blackness that I have. I'm going to say these people are being mean to me because of my race instead of my attitude, or instead of working on how I treat people, instead of showing real compassion to my father who was sick and admitted with heart attack, instead of forgiving my father and moving on from what he allegedly did to call the paps and stage a photo shoot, instead of inviting my black side of the family, since they are the one that is good because our mother's side is black, none of them were invited to our wedding. She only invited A-listers that she has never even met before. This is the same woman talking to us about how her being black and oppressed. This is the same woman, guys. And when you talk about it, they call you racist. I really don't get it. It's not about race. It's about her character and her lies and how manipulative she is. And before, people were be like, oh, she's that. I know she's not a very good person based on what we have learned, but I also can't defend Harry. He's there through it all. Through documentary, he's sitting there listening to this woman lying about his family that has done everything. The only racist member of that royal family is Harry. There are pictures and documentaries around, including the famous Nazi costume. But they're not going to talk about that. They're going to focus their energy on what they want to believe. You see, that is one thing I don't understand about some of the American media outlets. It's like once they're after this person, they're after this person. Even if the red flags are there, they can say that this person it's not what they are preaching to be about. The American media don't care. They'll promote that person. They will promote that person of being good, of being the victim. And a lot of celebrities are now saying that how they can benefit from this victim narrative, and they are holding on to it for their lives. And there comes the amazing, compassionate couple that have no friends, no family, no relative. They have basically shut everyone they have come across out of their lives. They have isolated themselves and their kids, only for them to sell their kids' pictures to Netflix. You talk about wanting privacy and keeping your family out of the media, yet the whole media is in your house, in your kitchen, in the bathroom. That lady was taking pictures and videos since the beginning of that relationship. It's like she has everything plotted from the get-go. How can you be crying and be taking pictures? I've talked about that sometimes on my videos, talking about narcissist and all. I don't get how people be crying. You're going through stress, trauma, suicidal thoughts. And then you are online, you position your phone, making a video or taking a picture of you crying at that moment. Like, I don't really get it. Sometimes I try so hard to understand how can people be this like how they think that a lot of people are so gullible, and I don't blame them for that, because out of all the things that they have been doing, how they have been getting caught on their lies, there are evidences, there are receipts. They'll say one thing today, and the other day when they open their mouth again, they are contradicting their stories every time they hold an interview. And they will never accept their mistakes. They always have someone to blame for it. And then at the end of the day, you have people that are still defending this couple. I know that we have people that are celebrity obsessed. That is good, that is fine. But I can never be that obsessed with someone that even after seeing so many evidences, look at their love story. On the engagement video, they met through a mutual friend. It was a blind date. Then she has never met this guy or know anything about him. And then on Netflix, they met via Instagram. And then on the Netflix series, the person that was doing the interview brought a video on a laptop and showed them the video of Meghan talking about how, they asked her if she would choose Prince Harry or Prince William. And she said she would choose Prince William. You remember this is the same lady that said she has no idea who this guy was before they got married. There are up to 3 videos online where she was asked to make a choice between the two princes. When she was running her blog, I don't know if I'm pronouncing the name right, she has a post there where she made about Catherine's wedding and becoming a princess. Fans and friends that know her from her younger age, including picture show up of her sitting in front of Buckingham Palace. People know her when she was young, how she was obsessed with Princess Diana. This girl wanted to be Princess Diana so bad that even on their first date, she was wearing Princess Diana's perfume on meeting up with Harry. And she said she didn't know anything about this guy before. All I see here is a narcissist person that wants to have a way in whatever way. When they want to step down from the royal family, they submit their plan to the queen, to the secretary that brings it to the queen. Say they wanted to be half in, half out, meaning like 12 months a year. 6 months they'll be working royals, 6 months they'll be in America doing their own thing. And the queen said no. No, no, no. You are in 100% or you are out 100%. And they start playing chant on like a kid that their toy fall off their prom. It's like that is it with narcissists. They can't imagine anyone saying no to them. If you want to anger a narcissist, like you want to piss them off, just say no. They can't stand being rejected. They always want to have their way. It's like their way or the highway. And if you say no to them, you are the bad guy. So they have traveled to America, went to Canada, and then switch up to America. Like when they're trying to run away from the press and everything, there was a relationship between the press and the UK and the royal family and how they take pictures. It's compulsory. Once you are pregnant and you give birth to a child, the public deserve to see the picture. And then the second half of let me just finish what I was saying before I jump into something else. So that's like an agreement to them. Because the taxpayers, they sponsor that family. So it is their right to know a little bit about the working royals. They like the idea, but they want to cash in on it. Like they want to control the finances. And what I have learned, what the royals do, is a selfless service. They don't do it to get paid. I can only imagine the time they went on that tour to South Africa, I guess, where this lady basically saw women that are struggling and suffering and sick and hunger and everything sad. This lady was standing with an interviewer saying no one asked if she's okay. Like, are you serious? Like, are you that self-obsessed about yourself? You just go out on a mission. You see how people are basically suffering. How people are fighting to survive, and you dare to talk about how no one asked if you are okay. Like if that is not the level of selfishness that need to make people eyes open about this couple, then I don't know what it is. When we were watching, Harry's videos before this lady came in, he always talk about not wanting the press, how the flashlight from the cameras send him into a mental state that he don't like. Now this is the same Harry that has become an actor doing a Netflix documentary. The lies, the hypocrisy, the changing of stories, the contradictions with this couple, You can never be able to keep up. It's like they change their stories like how someone changed their pants if they do. Like how can you basically be that dumb? Like, I've made a video once. That is why my grandmother used to say it is not good to lie. Because when you lie too much, you forget about your previous lies. This is what is happening with this couple. They have made fresh stories before that they have forgotten about the stories. And now they are making new stories that is contradicting their first stories. You guys got set up on a blind date. No, now you guys met on Instagram. He proposed when you guys are making roast chicken. Now he proposed on bended knees. And you make a video of all of that. You video yourself with your head tie on a, every tie her hair on a towel, and she was making a video talking about how sad and oppressed she is before they even left the royal family. It is simple. It is very simple for everyone that has the understanding of an intelligent person to know that this is all planned. Plan to get married, of course, get those titles, and ship off to America to make money. That was it. Because how can you be having all these videos and pictures once you guys were dating, engaged, after engaged? And in the engagement video, she talked about how the family has been welcoming and encouraging. And Harry make it very clear that she now has the family she never has. She now had the family she never had before. Once videos and pictures are coming out of once a mother was put away, if you know what I mean, for about 10 to 11 years. Her father was raising her single-handedly with the help of her elder sister, who she now know nothing about, even though her elder sister has picture of her attending a graduation. When people lie, this is the problem. They forget that their first truth is out in the media for people to go back and look at. And the one thing that I like about their supporters is like when you call this couple out on their, on their BS and their lies and their constant change of stories, the only thing that they will say about you is that you are racist or you are bitter. They can't defend that because the lies are evident for all to see. You never have, on the Oprah Winfrey interview, she talks about how she's happy that she's going to give Archie a sibling because she never had siblings when growing up. She has two siblings from her father's side, with so many pictures online of her and her siblings from her father's side. And there are also pictures online of her and her siblings and cousins from her mother's side. Let's say she has a working relationship with her father's side. Why was not even, aside from her mother, no one else was invited to her wedding? The same wedding she called a spectacle. And now they are using that same spectacle of a wedding in their docu-series. The way their stories keep changing, it's exhausting. Like, I can't, before, I was beginning to feel as if, from her father's side, like they are coming for her, like they hate her. But then when I start, ever since they stepped down, and they are constant complaining and whining, and the evidence is coming up. Remember when Harry talked about his father cut him off financially, and 87, I think it was 87 or 80, yeah, sorry, 37 or 38, at that time they have that sit-down interview with Oprah Winfrey. He was complaining that his father cut him off financially. Let us look at this picture, yeah? You want to be an independent man that wants to protect his family. But then you want the same racist of a father to be paying you money every month, to be bankrolling you. Like, make that make sense. If that is not a narcissist being self-entitled, then I don't know what it is. My father cut me off financially. I've been, we have been living off oh my God, the money that his mother left for him. Imagine a billionaire in the midst of COVID, when people were literally losing their jobs and fighting to feed and look after their families. we have these two adults that just purchased a multi-million mansion in Montecito in California. They have staffs, drivers, security, money, contracts with Netflix, contracts with Spotify, contracts with Penguin Random House in regards to Harry's book. Then they were on Oprah Winfrey show complaining of how depressed and how sad their lives have become. Because the royal family tell them that you either be 100% working royals or 100% out. They wanted to be half in, half out. And then the father said, okay, I wish you all the best, and cut down his allowance. You want to be independent, but you want dearest daddy to sponsor you. And don't even come and tell me about the death of his mother. Let us be in the real world, eh? Let's come out of that bubble fantasy that those couple live in. I've seen people that lose both parents at a very young age that manage to turn out very fine, making their parents' spirit or wherever they are feel proud of them. Then we have this grown-up man, 38, always complaining, always using the death of his mother to make money. If there is anything that Princess Diana hates, people that were close to her, they will say she hates when someone wants to use her for money. Like making books or documentaries about her, or selling pictures with her. She hates that. Anyone that knows the princess, the late Princess Diana of Wales, will say Princess Diana don't like when people try to make money off her. But now we have a son doing that to our memories. Look at the Netflix documentary. It's like a shrine in the kids' nursery. A big portrait of Diana in black and white. And then Harry has come out about 2 times talking about Archie's first word was Grandma Diana. Like seriously, make that make sense. Everything with this couple is not to help anyone but themselves. The only people they are promoting is themselves. The only intent and love they have is for money, the dollar. And what annoys me the most is their supporters. When you talk about something, they can be insulting. They will insult you, insult your generation, give you, send threats your way. They will wish the baddest of bad upon you. And then they wonder how people can't stand their idol. And then these people, the couple, they're always online talking about bullying, talking about how they don't like when people do certain things online. They're always, areas that contact also. Okay, I forgot that contact also with that better, better, better up, yeah, as a mental health instructor or educator, stuff like that. Yet we have seen the Success Squad sending millions of threats to the royal family, the Cambridges, and the Prince and Princess of Wales right now, and their kids online. And they have never released a statement calling their fans not to give threats. You see, when Selena Gomez and the fans of Selena and Justin Bieber were online and doing those stuff, when Selena released their song, in 2 months you replaced us as if it was nothing, and then our fans were loose online. What did Selena Gomez do? As a good and compassionate person, she came out, make a video and said she does not support people pulling down other people. She called her fans to order. But with Harry and Meghan, and they have their biggest cheerleaders of all, we have the Omid Scobie, the UK reporter, whatever, and then we have that Christopher Bowsy, I don't know, on Twitter, yes, that are always calling people out. They have never make a statement saying that we don't support these acts, don't do this. We are of peaceful protesters, of peace, fighting for our lives and to stay alive. This royal family is racist towards us. They don't like Meghan because she is black. It's about hatred. It's about race. I like when Americans, some Americans try to turn everything into race. When someone has a bad attitude, call them out. It has absolutely nothing to do with their race. When someone is not good, call them out. It has nothing to do with their race. And this is a woman that identifies herself as Caucasian. She has said it before. She never knew she was black. She was too white for the black Hollywood. And now that she has seen that choosing the race card is beneficial and giving her money and sympathy from people that are not too bright, she's milking it for everything that is worth. And as a black person, when you talk about her, you are bitter. You are jealous. You're probably mad. You're probably not happy because you can't find yourself someone to love you like the way Harry loves Meghan. I don't like when someone, like, everyone's love language is different. But I don't like too much of physical contact. She talked about how when she first met the Prince and Princess of Wales, William and Catherine, like she's a hugger. She has always been a hugger, but Kate turned down a hug. Listen, I don't care if you're a hugger, if you have always been a hugger. You can't meet someone for the first time and go about hugging them like you have known them, like you guys are friends, you are pals, you are buddies. It's called boundaries. Even my family members, friends, and relatives, my husband, I don't like when people just, you will not just come up and just come and hug me like that. And we're talking about, oh, Kate turned down, like the way protocols are even behind the scenes. Kate turned down a hug. She has always been a hugger. No, stop it. You can't go about, because I've been seeing online, there have been people that have been releasing pictures of this lady before. Harry, when she was going on all these movie premieres, pictures of her ex. She's like always, you don't do that. You don't go about hugging people the moment you met them. There must be a level of close relationship with someone before you can just walk up at any time, even from their back or in front of them, and just give them a hug. You don't do stuff like that. And if someone turned down your hug, does not mean they are racist or they don't like you. No. It's called boundaries. I don't know which spirit you possess. You just want to come and hug me. For what? Everything, anyone that said no to this lady is bad. Like, you can't take no. I remember doing the wedding plans also when they talk about Harry saying what Meghan wants, what Meghan gets. And her father has also made an interview confirming that. Said she grew up getting everything she wants because her mother was away. So he did not want her to feel some certain way. So he was always doing whatever she wants. This is the problem that I have. That I don't feel sorry for Meghan's dad. Neither do I feel sorry for the royal family that they are getting all this backlash sometimes. I pity them a little bit because the constant bashing it's a lot. Even though they have their never explain, never complain, and they have been keeping up with it. But sometimes having a kid, you love them. It's not only Harry that loses the mother. Prince William also loses his mother. But it turned out to be just fine. And then the royal family was doing everything that Harry wants. Harry wanted to get it. Harry got into trouble. They'll cover all those things. They representing this guy. He was the most loved royal in the UK. And now people are seeing him for who he is, a spoiled, self-entitled brat. And then we have Meghan that has a dad that was giving her everything that she wanted. Now, these two people come together. They got married. And now the parents are saying that, no, these ones, they are now adults. They need to be responsible and find their own path or work hard for something. They can't just get whatever they want. Once they said no to them, boom! Trouble. So I know Thomas Markle is, his senior is sick. He do have sometimes heart attack and all that stuff. But this is what you have done. You raised this girl, gave her everything that she ever wanted, and now that someone is telling her no, you have unleashed someone that is constantly complaining to us of how sad and pathetic her life is when she's wearing $1 million of outfits from head to toe. She's putting on clothes that are worth $2,000. She's putting on jewelry that are worth millions. She's living in a mansion with servants and maids and driver and security. Then she's constantly complaining just because King Charles III decided that he's going to cut off their monthly allowance because they are no longer senior working royals, which by themselves they stepped down, that they don't want to be working royals anymore. What were they expecting? You are not working, but you want to get paid. You don't want to be a working royal, but you want to have the perks of being working royals. You want to have the security, the glamour, the red carpet being thrown at you, the tiaras, the ancestral jewelries, the collections, the finest of them all. Life don't work like that. You work hard. We have people working every day, 9 to 5, going out, fighting to survive. And you two are complaining. You don't work. Life is not like that, my darlings. Ah, life is not like that, my darlings. You have to work hard. I don't hate them or anything, but I just don't like when people are complaining. Especially when we have, some of us that are working every day, morning to night, leaving the house when it's dark. Now it's winter, coming back when it's dark, just to have a normal life, be able to pay our bills. Then these people that don't worry about paying their bills, they are getting contracts left and right and center. And then the most hypocritical thing of it all, they are still using their royal titles. The institution that brought them so much pain, that made the lady become suicidal, that she could not breathe. She feels like ending it all. She was hounded by the press. She was given a spectacle of a wedding that she don't even want. They have a 3 days wedding before the spectacle. The spectacular. She has like just I'm happy they have their platform. They have the Oprah interview. They said they're going to tell their story once and for all. But Harry has a book that is coming out in January, Spare. Meghan has had an interview with the Court magazine, with the second magazine, I don't know. And then she has had also the podcast. Oh my God. How poor am I? Meghan, the Duchess of Success. I'm so stressed that I'm getting paid. And she was so lazy that she was not even the one conducting the interviews because of her mental health. When someone is so stressed and so poor and is so struggling to survive, you can't expect them to sit down and be doing videos. It's so like she's 40 something. She's 42, allegedly 45. This guy is a second marriage, allegedly third. She has been with allegedly multiple men before this guy. And now they are here acting like young teenagers falling in love for the first time with finding each other's soulmates. Stop it. We have serious things to deal with. And for all these big guns in Hollywood, like Oprah Winfrey, the Netflix, Spotify, you guys are the ones enabling all this stress upon us. You guys keep on giving these people platforms to complain and constantly complain. Even the A-listers are now getting tired. They are now getting tired of their constant complaint. Like, just tell your story and move on. We just hope, seriously, I just hope that after this series is over, they should release the final 3 part later. I just hope it will be, it will be okay now. It will be enough. They have already, tell their stories. So many times, we know, you guys are sad. The royal family is racist, is worse, is they wanted to kill your wife. But because you were so little, you could not protect your mother, you are not protecting your mother's reincarnate. The woman that dresses like your mother, use your mother's perfume, even opposes her facial gestures, everything. She's copying Princess Diana of Wales. We get it, Harry. You want to protect her. You guys have told your story. It's enough. You guys have given us enough. Now move on. We thank God the drama is going, it's not going on and on because the royal family are not releasing any statements because they have their words, never complain, never explain. And to think that, on their docu-series, when they make a video of the press honoring them, they put videos of Princess Diana being honored by the press, and then Catherine, the Princess of Wales, being honored by the press. But they don't have videos and pictures of Meghan being honored by the press. Instead, we have people coming out online talking about how Meghan was the one calling the paps on herself. If she was honored or haunted by the press, where are the videos and pictures? Why do they have to use other people's videos and pictures of the press haunting them to add to their docu-series? Because everything that this couple do is lies. The victimhood, the victim narrative that they are trying to plant upon themselves, it's getting pathetic. It needs to stop now. You guys go about on your life, go get a business or a job and just move on. We have heard your story. You guys are sad, with millions in your accounts and you don't have to struggle for anything. You basically have someone that will hold your cup so you will drink. How sad that life must be. We get it, it's enough. It's about time you all move on. My content on the channel has nothing to do with them, but this one, I just want to I think I have 2 or 3 videos about the royal family on my channel, but most times not all of them, and I have over 500 videos. But I said I have to talk about this. My channel is more about relationship and immigration and all those stuff. But these ones, they have been on my For You page on TikTok. You go to Twitter. I talk about them more on my Twitter account. It has been a lot. For example, I made this video. I'm not like them, when I say something, I'm going to do it. Like the Oprah interview, they're going to tell that story once and for all. Me, when I say this to you, believe me. This is the first, no, this is the last video I'm going to make about them. I won't talk about them anymore. That's why I'm taking this long time. I'm being lengthy with this video. Because once I'm done with it, it's done. It's over. I'm not going to talk about them again. Because, when someone wants privacy, let's give them the privacy. That's why I'm not watching the documentary. Because I want to respect their wish for privacy and just let them be. I'm very understanding. I'm a very understanding person. And if you want to come to the comment section and be insulting, don't waste your time because I will delete it. I will not reply you. Because I'm entitled to my opinions, also entitled to your opinions. Sometimes I leave my comments open, but if you be rude, I'll delete it. If you're not rude, you're just stating your facts, I'll leave it. Maybe someone will agree with you, maybe someone will not. But don't come and be insulting, I'll delete it. Don't waste your time. So this is all I have to say about this sad couple that have been oppressed with millions of dollars in their bank accounts, a mansion, they fly on private jets, despite them preaching about climate. Their stories is endless. I have to end this live because I can go on and on. We have where they preach about saving the planet, keeping the world green, climate change, but they're always using private jets. Always using private jets. Driving SUVs that consume a lot of gas. Yet they are protecting the planet, one private jet at a time. What I don't understand about them is like what they say and what they do are totally different things. That is the problem that so many people have with them. It has nothing to do about hatred, has nothing to do about race. When you look at Meghan, she's white. Sometimes she's even whiter than white people. So there's nothing about race when it comes to her. She's talk about being proud of how black she is, but then she has erased every black features of hers. With the nose job, with the teeth, straightening her afro hair. You can see I'm trying to put this band because of my afro. It's like all over the place. But she has straightened her hair. She has done her nose is now straight compared to her childhood pictures. Her face structure has changed, not the round blackness. Everything about her, the black race, when she was young, she has erased all her black features. But she's proud to be black. And when you talk about her, they say you are racist. you don't like yourself as a black person and when you're talking about her. If I don't like myself, I will bleach my skin. After bleaching my skin, I'll do everything to not look black. And I'm not bleaching my skin. I'm so proud to be a black queen. And I'm going to represent that by my locks and my hair and my flat nose. But anyways, I hope you guys like this live. Please, if you are a royal supporter, I know I don't do royal videos, but please just subscribe and be watching my other videos. Maybe you may agree with me talking about relationship, immigration, and motherhood and family and everything in between. My name is Mariama, by the way. I'm a Sierra Leonean from West Africa. So thank you for watching, and I will see you all on my next video that has nothing to do with Harry and Meghan. This is my last video about them, and I'm done. Like they said in opera, we're going to tell our story once and for all. So before I go, I just want to say thank you for everything. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. You can join my membership. Maybe I can be doing videos there on my membership. Just private, just few people that are interested in royal content. Join the membership. I have different plans you can join, and then you can give your comments and on the topics you want me to cover, and then I'll do that on membership. But on my general YouTube channel here, this is the last video of Harry and Meghan, because this course is not going to end, but we're not going to keep talking about them. Let's give them what they want, privacy. Bye bye.